the season melder will allow you to take different seasons and bring in different players, different teams, etc. into a single file. So start up the program and then just open up any file. Doesn't matter which one it was. It won't interfere with what's going on. Then click on the Season Meld tool. And then before we do anything else, we'll need to go ahead and create a Meld file. So the Meld file will be the thing that holds this all together. It'll ask you for a new season for this. You can choose anything you want. I'm going to go ahead and choose 1956. Then give it a season span, so 1955-56, even though I'm going to choose players from probably the 80s in this particular episode. Will this be a college file? No. Alright, and then it allows me to save this file. I need to find a spot to put it, so we'll make a new folder, and we'll just call it 1955-56. After you've created the new folder, open it up, and the default name here is BK 1955-56 V1. I'm going to add a meld to this, simply so that I can recognize it later on if I do decide to create a 1955, an actual 1955-56 season. Alright, so let's hit save. Okay, file creation is successful. The program will now end. You need to restart it and then load up that player file that we just created. By the way, my background will look different than yours. I'm in the native programming environment here. Alright, so again, this is just placed into your My Documents folder. And there it is. And it'll go through an update process. Usually doesn't take more than a few seconds. And now I'll go ahead and give it some vital statistics here. So let's give it a name. And we'll just call this Meld League 1. And we'll just give it the initials MLD. Games per season, no idea, but let's just put in 82. That's the standard now. And then I think I'm just going to leave the rest of this blank. I'm not going to actually add any more teams or anything to it. So we'll just go File, Save. And then I'm going to go back into the Meld tool. And first of all, I'm going to open that same file back up in here. This just indicates to the program that this is where I want to dump all the information. As you can see, there aren't any teams inside this yet. All the divisions are there, however. Alright, and then up here is my source file. So I need to go ahead and add source files to this. And let's start with the 1980-81 season. And now I can view what's in the source file. So here's the Atlantic Division with Boston, Philadelphia, etc. Here are the players in that. And so what I think I'll do here just for this demonstration is take Boston from 80-81 and go ahead and meld that into the new file that I've created. Alright, so let's bring Boston and we'll go ahead and add all these players to it. Alright, let's go back to the Meld file here for just a second and we'll just go ahead and type a division name as Boston. So maybe we'll have an all-time Boston situation here. So let's name it that. And let's go team name. We'll call it Boston 80-81. And let's go ahead and call that B81 for its initials. And then we'll go up a decade. And go Boston, let's see, I believe I have 89-90. So we'll go Boston 90 for the second one. And let's go one more just for fun. go Boston. Oh, let's go 99 2000. So we'll call this one Boston 00. Alright, so now we have 3 different Meld teams. And we can, of course, add as many as we'd like to this. You can add up to 200, actually. Go back to the source file, and this is the team that we want to add. So I've selected the players. And what I want to do is attach these to the 1980-81 version of my Meld file. So let's go back and select Boston 8081, go here, and then we'll automatically transfer these players to that team. Alright, so it's just telling me that that's what it's going to do. Do I wish to proceed? Yes, I do. And now if I go back to the Meld file, I can see that I've got 12 players there and a little extra space that we'll take care of later. Alright, now I need 1989-90 for my second one. So let's do the same thing. We'll go to 89-90. There it is, and here's Boston again. Let's select all of Boston's players. Now go back to the Meld file, choose 89-90, and we'll go ahead and transfer those players. So we're going to transfer these to 89-90. There it is. As you can see, Larry Bird is listed on this team. He was also listed on Boston 8081. Alright, and this is the entire list of players here. So Bird will be listed twice. There's probably a few other guys too. I didn't really look at it that closely. Okay, not a problem. The program will handle that. Okay, 1999-2000. So let's go back and open up that file. Alright, so we have the correct team selected on the Meld file. Let's go into the source file. We'll just click on Boston, even though it's probably not necessary. Select all. Here are those players, and do our transfer. Okay, so now if we look at the Meld file, these are all the players in the file itself, not necessarily just the players on these teams. Alright, now let's go out. There are our 3 teams that we have. Let's click on the team management. And as you can see, it's already pre-populated with the players that were on this team. Let's go into 89-90. What it's doing is doing a search to see if there are any available players. Ordinarily it doesn't take that long. So here's the 89-90 version of Boston. And here is Boston 99-2000. Alright, from here on out you can do anything you could have done on any of the other videos that I've created here. One thing that you may have noticed is that there is a comma here, and that is because whenever a new file is created, you're always going to have one blank file at the beginning. That's just kind of the precursor to the entire thing. So what I'm going to do is go into the player editor and delete that blank record. And what it should do is go ahead and fix everything else here automatically. So it should fix the rosters, etc. So let's hit delete. It says it's also going to perform a stats reset, which is good. We always want to do that. Alright. And then just scrolling through these players. See, they're all in the same order that they were originally.